The brand new Viking Skye proved to be a perfect expression of Scandinavian elegance.
Local time is 1:11 p.m. and for today's weather in Palma, we can expect sunny skies throughout the day, high of 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 Celsius. The current temperature outside is 62 degrees Fahrenheit or 17 Celsius.
Our first port of call, Naples. We went out on our own in the morning for a quick look around the port area.
E anche i farfalloni di protezione gli avambracci sono dei gomiti. Perché? Perché quando loro combattevano a cavallo, con questa mano tenevano le redini, ed era completamente chiuso questo settore, non avevano più lo scudo, c'era l'armatura.
In 1486, King Ferrante learned of a conspiracy against him by a group of barons. Pretending a reconciliation, he invited them here for a wedding feast at which they were arrested and locked in the prisons, including one with a hungry crocodile for a roommate. Churches were just starting their carnival celebrations. In the afternoon, our excursion of the day took us for a tour of Herculaneum. These sheds opened onto the beach. About 300 skeletons of those trying to escape the eruption have been found, along with their valuables such as jewelry. A soldier still had his belt, 2 swords, daggers, and a bag of coins. The pyroclastic rock that covered the city also preserved it, including even wooden beams supporting upper floors of buildings. Further excavation is unlikely as the current city covers the rest of the Roman one. After docking in Trapani, we rode up the mountain into the clouds for a very atmospheric visit to the village of Arisi, named for its founder, the son of Greek gods Butes and Aphrodite. Both the Greek goddess Aphrodite and the Roman goddess Venus were worshipped here at an open-aired temple. Back to the ship for dinner in Manfredi's Italian restaurant, and then out for a short walk. Tunisians not only gave us a warm welcome, but also a police escort for the entire day's touring. Partially to help avoid delays due to the congested roads, security was also of concern. They definitely did not want a repeat of the 2015 terrorist attack at the museum. The Bardo has some of the best preserved Roman mosaics anywhere. The museum is housed in the former palace of a local bey or chieftain.
The army with instruments come out from the defense ministry on your right side and walk here and raise up the flag of Tunisia every morning. Starts calling for the break.
A short walk through part of the Medina alongside a mosque, government buildings, local residents, and shops brought us to the souk. We had only enough time to get a feel for this ancient shopping mall. Then it was off to Carthage, site of the Antonine Baths. The passageways through the pillars are at the basement level. They served as the heating system. The floor of the baths covered this entire area. Our last stop was this small village overlooking the Bay of Tunis and the Mediterranean. Our ride up the hill behind the city of Cagliari made a short stop at this church and then took us up for a sweeping view of the city and the surrounding countryside.
cooking very greatly from town to town. A Sardinian meal normally starts with antipasti, prosciutto, cheese.
Back in town, we took a walk downhill through the Castello quarter. Another island, another ride up into mountainous countryside to the village of Valdemosa. The monastery now functions mostly as a museum. This is the former apothecary.
Because it was the desamortization law date. In 1835, the law of the Spanish minister Mendizábal from Madrid, from the whole state of Spain, decided that this order of monks had to be expropriated.
It was a bit chilly, so we stopped at a cafe for some hot chocolate. Two final short stops in Palma before returning to the ship. This 14th century castle is the only circular one in Spain. Valencia's modern buildings near the port are quite a contrast to the nearby Old Town. Valencia was the center of Europe's silk production during the Renaissance and keeps the tradition alive today. The Silk Museum is housed in the former headquarters of the Velvet Weavers Guild. The displays give a detailed view of all aspects of the industry, including spinning, dyeing, printing, and weaving. Like many areas of Spain, Valencia has its own dialect. Streets are posted with their names in both Spanish and Valenciana. We left the old town through one of the original city gates, finishing our day's tour just in time to return to the ship for dinner and packing up to disembark the next morning.